So he talks of how Western man is very different from the Eastern man for whom those traditional methods were created. We're speedy, we're repressed, but also how the Eastern man has become, unfortunately, influenced by us. So East and West need methods of release. And this is why he talks so much about sexuality, because it's an area where most of us, Western and Eastern people, are repressed. It's still a taboo, even though that's changing a lot. Same with death, other big taboo. He calls his methods preparatory methods, cleansing methods, to prepare us for that stage where we can then benefit from those traditional methods. And he says, therapy is used in my work in your search for your individuality and its uniqueness. Then you can grow into more consciousness and ultimately enlightenment. So therapy is the groundwork in preparation for meditation. And finally, he starts the book with enlightenment, and he ends the last chapter is, forget about enlightenment. And I just want to read you this wonderful last passage. Lovely sort of note to end on. Your truth is not to be thought about. It has to be seen. It's already there. You don't have to go anywhere to find it. You don't have to think about it. You have to stop thinking so that it can surface in your being. Unoccupied space is needed within you so that the light that is hidden can expand and fill your being. It not only fills your being, it starts radiating from your being. Your whole life becomes a beauty that is not of the body, but a beauty that radiates from within, the beauty of your consciousness. Has Osho said anything about attachments and freeing ourselves of attachments? A lot. That was one of probably the most favourite area of questions to him about relationships. Yes, and for me it's an amazing koan, one I started asking myself recently. I don't know why I'm not in a relationship, but just people I love, animals I love. What's the difference between loving and being attached? That's what I ask myself when I notice my affection for a cat or a dog or a person. Maneesha, is this pure love or is there attachment there? So it's a great sort of question I find to carry with myself. And yeah, so he's spoken lots about it. And of course, as we're approaching death, and that's not just something that people with white hair are doing, all of us approaching death, the need to drop attachments. Because if we're on our deathbed and we are very, very involved with people to the extent that we're going to be we are desperately upset that now our ways are parting, that's going to get in the way of us being able to leave gracefully, gratefully, consciously. So yeah, very important question, Yusuf.
How to deal with it, even though it's a
You know, for me, the bottom line is always more and more watching people's attachment. I don't know if that's actually my issue, but people being attached to me to the extent it's an issue. But whatever it is, people's feelings towards me, both so-called positive and so-called negative. Feeling loved by some people, judged by others. A deep resonance with some people, feeling other people have a skewed view of me. Just watching it or just noticing it. And I'm saying the words, but that's what happens internally. That's there. There's a terrific Buddhist technique, by the way, that I really find helpful to help be aware in such a situation. Very simple. You can do it while you're wiping the kid's bum. Twice, 2 bums. It's called... Sorry? Oh, okay. So what's the latest challenge? Feeding them? 2 at a time? Oh, okay. Oh, cerebral. Okay. Yes. Their independence, their no saying, their energy. Yes. Is take note 3 times. So, for example, in your situation, if there's frustration comes up or impatience, internally, in your mother tongue, you say, impatience, impatience, impatience. Just that. And then if that morphs into something else, frustration or sadness, 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 sadness. And what I experience is that as I do that, because these feelings like jealousy, insecurity, impatience, anger, they're all down in the sort of subterranean areas and they're uncomfortable. I don't want to know about them. I don't know there's my anger, or that's a familiar feeling, that's jealousy or insecurity or whatever. You know, the first thing is I don't want to look at it. In saying impatience, I'm acknowledging its presence. Yes, that feeling, that niggly feeling, I know that one, impatience. So by saying the first impatience, I'm saying, yes, you're there. Impatience, the second time, it starts surfacing more. Impatience, the third time, it feels external to me. And then I can see, yes, impatience is inside me, but it is not me. It's passing. So this technique helps me own it, acknowledge it, let it become external and understand this is not intrinsic to me, this is non-essential, it's passing. Because 5 minutes ago I wasn't impatient. And I know feelings come and go. So this technique allows me to, okay, yeah, impatience. And with that acceptance, that ability to watch without getting entangled or staying engaged in it, allows it to move on, as all emotions do. Now, that English word emotion is wonderful, isn't it? Motion. If we allow them, emotions, feelings come and go. They're not static. They become problematic, I think, because we cling on to them. I'm feeling depressed. I'm so depressed. I feel really rotten. We sort of jumped in the river instead of being sitting on the bank and watching. We've jumped in the river and got caught up with our depression, sadness. I am the depression, rather than saying, no, you're not. It wasn't there a week ago or yesterday. It's coming and going. Just watch it.